Well, guys, let's let our sickness, our awful work days, and moderate to severely awful middle school orchestra recitals fade away. The weather's oddly enough quite similar to most of your experiences in the Elven Empire. You guys have just rescued Talon and Staven Fry from a pretty awful mugging on the side of the road heading out to the northeast of Oakhart. You take your horses and collectively begin walking at a reasonable pace. The sun has just begun rising. Very well lit outside, birds singing. A very peaceful day, were it not for just merely 10-15 minutes ago you were in the heat of battle. What are you guys doing?
Is it possible that we can finish our long rest for those of us who got fucked?
Man, Brun, you sound terrible. What happened? Are you sure you're okay?
I think I picked something up from some of those bandits.
Okay.
It's the bandit flu.
Mm-hmm.
You should put it down.
Okay, so I'll try that.
This is what happens when you don't get your full sleep, just saying.
Fuck you.
Well, let's take a look here. When it comes to...
That is hard.
By a period of strenuous activity, at least 1 hour of walking, fighting, or similar adventuring, I'm afraid you guys are going to have to begin the rest again if you want to benefit from a long rest.
Good golly. So that is a point of exhaustion?
Let's take a look. I want Brun and Zephyr to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Oh my god. We're starting out strong. It is about the same as my Constitution right now, which is an 8.
Oof. Okay.
22.
A 22.
Nice.
Damn. Okay.
Am I back? Am I free? Am I free from the curse?
Who is this man?
Time will tell. You, Zephyr, are feeling fit as a fiddle. You're feeling very capable. Perhaps tired, but it doesn't seem to be slowing you down. If anything, the last engagement has made you more aware. Brun, on the other hand, you are going to experience a single point of exhaustion. As you're not used to getting less than your 8 hours of sleep. Despite having maybe 6, you find yourself your entire morning thrown off.
Is there a way to track that on this sheet? Bleep, bloop.
Perhaps.
I haven't seen
Move
one.
to roll 20.
If you're
to
doing the
D&D
roll
Beyond.
21, there is a version of the 5e sheet that has it, but I don't think it's this one.
That's okay. I'll put it. Look, temporary hit points, exhaustion, E for exhaustion. That works. Cool.
Just one more point for D&D Beyond.
Shut up, Steve.
Yeah, but still 18 points against it for the pay gates. Yeah, so exhaustion tier 1. Yeah, disadvantage on ability checks. Good luck.
Okay.
I'm going to put it as a resource in your sheet, Brun.
Okay.
Hopefully it won't be a regularly experienced one, but...
Says you.
So what are you guys doing?
Stumbling along, bleary-eyed.
Can somebody out of character remind me what we are going to grab again? Like what the mission is that we're going for?
Yeah.
Well, like,
we have
what
to
were we
grab
told
the
about
gift.
it?
a handful of magic.
There is some kind of information's pretty limited on it, but from what Lord Athmed had provided you, some form of gift, some item or perhaps boon that had been granted to his family generations ago that seemed to have been lost or had been taken away. There were rumors of a cave to the northeast of Oakhart, probably 2 to 4 days journey near the mountains that had apparently recently become overgrown, exhibiting the very same symptoms that Oakhart used to demonstrate through its trees that would grow very quickly.
Okay. Right, yeah. Alright. No
Are
problem.
you sure you're feeling well enough to keep going, Brun? Or do you... Silencio and I, we can watch you guys.
This is nothing. Let's just go.
I mean, if we, tomorrow I could probably cast like lesser restoration on you or something, and then you'd probably be okay.
I'm just gonna cast light on my hands and flash them in Zephyr's face a bunch of times.
No.
I'm fine.
Alright, if you
This
say
is what I
so.
hired him for.
True. Well, are you feeling okay, Silencio? You got kind of beat up.
Did I heal you already? I can't remember.
Yeah, you healed me a little bit.
Yeah, we both did.
I will be okay.
Okay. Well, if everybody insists, we can keep going.
It just seems weird to sit down and have a nap here among all these bodies.
Yeah, I mean, we can go down the road a little bit, but...
Well, then let's just see how it goes.
Okay, sure. And I will send Alkie ahead, so she will look out for more bandits.
Okay, make a perception check for Alkie.
That's a 1.
A 1. That one?
Yeah, not 1.
Okay. You send Alkie up ahead. He hoots quite happily and goes flying
Still
on
pissed
to...
off.
Yeah, always pissed off. He goes flying on a grumpy kind of happy into the copse of trees ahead of you guys. And you move on forward, the light of day just beginning. As you go traveling through, the road begins to get a little less refined, a little less cobblestone into gravel, into just dirt, into just trodden masses of grass and soil, kind of regularly traveled. 2 or 3 hours ahead of time, you guys actually, or 2 or 3 hours down the road, you guys actually encounter what appears to be a rudimentary logging camp. 7, 8, 9 guys kind of gathered around, slowly and carefully felling trees left and right.
Do they have, like, tents and stuff, or are they just kind of working in this area?
They do have a couple of tents. There looks to be a rather large cart with some supplies, with what look to be tree cutting tools, various ribbons to mark the trees they want to cut down. You also notice an ox-driven cart that's carrying several pieces of lumber directly to the east of you guys, toward what you guess to be the river that empties out into the oven.
Do you guys think we should stop and ask them if they've seen anything, or is that a bad idea considering it's a secret mission?
Are we nearing the area that I was leading us to?
You make a nature check with advantage because of your trait.
Oh, Jesus. That is a 13. Oh, sorry,
13.
it's less than that. I lied. I was adding the wrong bonus. That's a 10.
A 10. Okay. You gather you're probably maybe around halfway there. The specific area you exited from was on the other side of the river. You guys are maybe an hour or two from crossing. So maybe halfway or so.
Okay.
Why don't we just ask if anything weird has been happening around here, and shoddy not out of character, I will not be doing this.
Oi, you! Loggers.
Oh, God.
You see a couple of the individuals kind of set down what looks to be a two-man saw as they're trying to break the lumber into more manageable pieces. A rather grizzled-looking individual, clean-shaven, with tousled hair, kind of looks up. Oi there! What can we do for you?
So, my friends and I are just heading through the area, and we're just wondering, have you, has anything strange been going on around here, other than just the logging, or has there been anything interesting in the forest?
Yeah, you could say that, I suppose. We encountered what looked to be some kind of bandit camp, maybe, half a day's ride to the north of here. But didn't really need much protection. Place looked to be torn apart. Whatever was there, obviously something pretty fierce to get the jump on those individuals. Other than that,
What direction are we heading again?
to the northeast,
Okay.
northeast.
Okay.
You could probably check on that if you're looking, but nothing's really threatened us. There's enough of us that nobody probably wants to bother us. I will say, the further east you go, particularly past the river, you probably run into some mean beer stock. But that's about it.
So what I'm gathering here is north is dangerous, east is dangerous, and we're traveling northeast.
You travel much farther than here, you're pretty much fucked, son.
Well, we
All right,
might
well,
have known those- Good.
But he's fucked.
We'll explain that one later.
Well, all right, thanks. Good luck, I guess. Hope nothing bad happens.
Look, you guys are the ones moving on from here. We're pretty much staying at this point. Also, just so you're aware, if you see any trees with a orange-looking ribbon tied around it, steer clear away. We're probably going to be chopping down those within the day or so.
Duly
All right.
noted.
Good to know.
All right. Well, you guys be safe. You from the city?
No.
I am.
Well, excellent. Hopefully, we'll see you all around then. Otherwise, safe travels.
You as well.
He kind of nods cordially and then goes back to his companion as they begin sawing away at the log again.
How long did it take us to get here?
Oh, probably 2 hours. It's maybe 10 a.m.
Okay. I'm a half day there. So we'll get there and it'll still be light out.
It should be.
Well, we probably already ran into, well, unless there were more that were living there, but we ran into some of them, the bandits.
Yeah, but he's saying that they might have been something that got a jump on the bandits themselves. So, yeah, we might have gotten the smaller fish.
Oh, true, I guess.
The bandits are fish?
Now, see, Silencio, it's an expression.
Like a hiccup.
No,
I see.
What? Okay. Yeah. Essentially, there are two. You got the predator and the prey. Okay, so, no, whatever. Anyway,
I
Hey,
know
Sam.
a few idioms.
When would you like a reminder?
Maybe when I'm not exhausted.
freaking Siri. Okay, when would you like the reminder?
In 14 hours, tell me when my pizza is done.
So yeah, Steve, when are we recording Silencio's Alexa narration?
I'm gonna do it. GPS will do it all.
I do not drive over the speed limit. All right, so you guys moving ahead. What direction are you taking?
Silencio, did you follow the road on your way to Oakhart, or did you just kind of cut through the forest?
Most definitely cut through the forest.
Yeah, absolutely. I walked, and then I found the road.
Do you remember if you... That was probably before these loggers got here.
Well,
Do
I
you-
mean,
what-
we're looking for weird magic stuff, right? A
Yeah.
weird abandoned bandit encampment might be a good place to start.
So farther down the road then?
We don't really
Look
have
for the bigger fish.
They're the bigger fish.
it.
I mean, he did say that it seemed like the bandit camp was kind of torn apart already, so I'd imagine that anything of value is probably gone.
You never know.
Okay, magic, I suppose.
Maybe the thing that killed them is hiding out inside, and it will kill us.
Maybe we can find tracks towards a magic object. There's a whole lot of maybes here.
Xenia, are you
True.
trying to convince us to go towards it or go away from it?
I'm just,
You just sound so
remarking on the
excited
facts.
for any possibility here. We're a little bit.
The camp was also northeast?
Camp
Camp's
is north.
They said north.
Oh, just north. Okay.
So maybe the bandit camp would not be directly off the road. That makes sense.
Right
We
about
look
this time,
for... Oh, good.
you all hear Timber North and a slow.
I cast protective ward on Brun.
Yeah, Brian
Okay, the
Shivers
tree
remember
falls.
getting trapped under a tree.
The tree falls well out of your guys' way. They look to be very professional, but you do notice that they seem to just be continually working around you guys.
She fucking flinches.
Well, I guess that's.
Does
north for
anything
everyone to-
about the nature here look like maybe it's a little too...
Naturey.
I don't know. Yeah, flush.
Make a perception check or investigation, depending on how in depth you want to go.
Definitely
A
perception.
nature check?
Sure.
Oh my gosh, Jack, I've
I
become
would-
you.
Hey, welcome.
It's an 11.
I would like to also roll an investigation. Investigation or nature was, or is it investigation or perception? What were the splits?
Investigation or perception.
Okay, perception it is. 19. Oh no, dirty 20.
Dirty 20,
Did
nice.
it!
Silencio and Xenia, what about you?
I can. You know what? While everybody's kind of talking amongst themselves, I will look through Alkie's eyes and look for a bandit camp.
Okay.
Or Silencio.
And I had 11 on nature.
Are you sending Alkie far north, or just kind
Yeah,
of
I'm
looking
going to
into
go in the direction of where the tree fell, because there's north, right?
You see the city of Brass deep within the fire elemental plane.
Oh shit.
How far can you... Oh, you can't control him
Up.
past 1,000 feet. You can still
Up.
see.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right, so you send him just flying north continuously. About 1,000 feet, you feel just the slightest amount of your control fade away as he continues
Shit.
flying through the copse of the trees. Give me
Find a cat, don't find a cat.
give me a perception check.
16 plus I think it was 3 for her. So
Mhm,
19?
19. Okay, let's see. All right. It takes a good while. How long are you looking through?
Until somebody taps me.
Okay. 30 or so minutes go by.
Oh god,
Are you
she's been
guys
doing that
sorry
weird
for
thing
that
for
long?
so long.
We really didn't want to talk to you. We were just.
Okay.
Brent
While-
sits down in the dirt while this is happening.
Xenia, while you're looking through, Silencio and Zephyr, what was your roll against Silencio?
11.
11?
Thank you for making me say it so many times.
Sorry.
My most embarrassing perception.
Well, it's
Shame
about
him.
time Zephyr gets the chance to shine.
You're right,
Hell
you're
yeah.
right.
With all those
Um,
nat 1 perceptions I kept rolling.
So, Silencio, you look around and, I mean, they look like trees. A couple of them, look to be kind of the same level of almost wilting or less lustrous than when you had initially left.
Okay.
Zephyr, you get a very interesting sense. Oh, fucking cat. You get the sense that this forest has very slowly, very gradually. Perhaps you're moving in the right direction. It's not beautifully abundant trees. It's not absolutely gorgeous and overgrown, but maybe it's the fact that you're, more out in the wilderness, or maybe there's something to it. These trees look a little bit healthier.
Do you discipline a feline?
Yes, the cat is being particularly rude.
We are to look for strange magic in the woods. And the man said that he saw nothing weird at the logging camp.
Okay.
I'm just sitting uncomfortably on my horse for 13 minutes.
Okay, 30 minutes go by. About an hour goes by.
Oh god.
At this point, I'm waking her up. This is getting ridiculous.
Alkie doesn't seem to see much. I mean, there's all sorts of things to see. Well, with that perception check, I would guess the closer to an hour you get, the slightly healthier the trees start looking. Yeah.
Oh god, I hope I can tell her to come back. I can snap her back to where I am, I think. I think that's correct. I just can't communicate with her at this point.
Are you asking us or telling us?
I'm asking myself as I'm looking at myself. I didn't bring my spell books. I'm looking in Roll20.
D&D Beyond. I'm gonna keep pushing it, guys. I fucking love it. I didn't know I would like it, but I love it.
You're such
Guys,
a shill.
D&D Beyond.
You haven't even tried it yet.
Regular, unpaid plug.
I am.
No, I
Spell
can't
list
have it.
is so easy to sort and use. I swear. And we're all spellcasters. If we were all
Can
melee,
you-
it'd be like whatever.
Can you write a Sam Riegel style ad for D&D Beyond for next time?
I cannot. I am not nearly as funny as that man.
It's true.
Fuck you, Kayla.
Alright. As soon as Brun shakes me, I look around and I give up and I snap my fingers and bring her back, because I can do that, it looks like.
Okay. There's just the slight as the tiny little owl appears in your hands. Looking pissed off as ever.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, I thought it would be more helpful. And I continue to stroke her chin. Well, I didn't see shit, so... Maybe it was just really obscured by the trees. It was kind of hard to tell, but it did look to be getting a little bit more overgrown the further north I went. So, we might be going in the right direction, or maybe it's just wilder over there.
So I guess maybe we should just head north to at least around the bandit camp. If a bandit set up camp there, it's probably at least a decent enough place to spend the night if we need to.
Except that it got torn apart.
Well, that's why, near it, not in it. We can
I
cover
accept
our
the
tracks a little
challenge.
Well,
Right,
I've
but-
said my piece.
Let's go.
Okay. You guys begin riding north. The path getting lesser and lesser. The trees getting denser around you guys. By this point, the road has almost officially left you guys. There's the road largely just cuts a single swath from Oakheart to the river for shipping purposes. But at this point, I would say you guys are truly within the wilds of the area. The trees getting denser, the sky getting darker, not because the sun is any closer to going down, but because the copes of the trees are just beginning to block out the light. What's the order you guys are walking in?
Well, initially I was leading us, so I don't know if I'm still doing that.
I am in front of Brun wherever she is in the lineup.
I'm probably in front of Xenia.
Are we still on our horses?
Yeah.
I would say so.
Okay.
You think
Yes,
I'm
I
schlepping
think-
my tired ass through the woods on my
I just wasn't
legs?
sure if the horses were having trouble or not.
You're probably going to be getting there soon.
Okay.
So we're thinking Silencio, Zephyr, Brun, and then Xenia?
Okay.
Sounds
okay.
good.
Well, Silencio, make a survival check.
Cool. Much better. Say 24.
A 24, okay. As you begin wandering through, it's not necessarily the same location, but it's beginning to feel more familiar. The woods, the wild, it feels maybe not tameable, but at least something more along the lines of what you can understand. Your guidance starts to become less memory and more instinctual as you guide them weaving through the copes of the trees. Even for a good 2-3 hours, the horses don't even seem to have a problem under your guidance. Eventually, the overgrowth gets thicker, the bushes get harder to navigate through, and the trees get more densely clustered together, it starts to get to the point your horses are having trouble.
We can't leave them here. We promised we'd bring them back safely.
We can probably just get off and hand walk them through.
Okay. It's not so dense that they can't fit through, right?
Not that they can't fit through, just that it begins to get very awkward to try and steer them while you're riding them.
Gotcha. Then yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. You guys slowly start navigating through the forest, moving at a less steady pace now that the horses are no longer a part of the equation. I want you guys to make perception checks all around, and I will be right back.
Okay.
It's that damn cat.
20.
Do I do this at disadvantage?
Did you just get a natural 20, Brittany? Is that what I heard you say?
did.
Fuck you.
Sorry. Why? What did I do?
Oh my god, I'm rolling like garbage.
Perception, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna restart my Discord because I'm having connection issues, but I got a 22 if he comes back.
Okay. Hi, Jack.
How far are you in Witcher, Kayla?
I did that quest where that girl is dead in the tower and you have to bring her boyfriend because she got eaten by a rat.
What?
I have played no Witchers.
It's a side quest. It's
The Witcher,
fine.
The Witcher, yes.
It's a side quest. It's fine.
I don't care.
No big
Okay.
deal. Sorry about that. As you might have heard, our cat is being a complete hellion, and Emily is sacrificing her own mental well-being so that I can play while she wrangles the cat.
Put the cat in the arm of a sweater. Tube cat.
Yes, tube
Thank
cat.
you.
She is excellent, guys. She is excellent.
She sounds wonderful.
I hope Craig's still recording me.
Craig is absolutely still recording you. Probably.
Okay.
He watches you while you sleep.
True.
Exactly. Oh,
It's
God.
very boring feed.
Fuck Craig. Anyway, so what were your perception checks?
Natural 20!
22.
22.
19.
19?
7.
7. Par
Woo.
for the course. And that was with disadvantage, correct, Brun?
Uh-huh, my other one was an 18.
Oh, God. Oof. Okay. Well, fortunately, Brun does not have a lot to see. You guys go wandering through the forest. It starts to get denser, a little slowed down. Probably about another 2 hours in. So 5 hours into the journey in total, you guys are starting to expect running into some kind of encampment. You guys hear rustling.
Does it sound like something big?
It sounds pretty large, definitely.
Does it sound like it's coming our way?
I would say so. It's less charging, less hurried, and more kind of meandering.
Silencio will see if he can maybe lead the group around that rustling.
Okay. Well, today our biggest encounter is going to be a skill challenge. So,
Oh, God.
I want you guys to explain. Silencio, you are starting. How are you trying to navigate around whatever this is?
Okay, so is it roughly like directly ahead of us, or
I would say probably ahead to the right.
ahead to the right? Okay. So Silencio will stop, and I guess he doesn't know how to stop his horse. I assume maybe Brun showed him?
Probably. That's a pretty important thing.
Yeah.
He will turn around and just hold a hand up to the rest of the group. And not necessarily trying to do this stealthily, but more naturally, just to sound like anything else in the forest, we'll begin walking around to the left to just see if we can give it a wide berth.
Okay. Make a nature check.
15 plus 2, so 17.
17, very good. You guys begin wandering through the forest. A lot more intentional in your movement. Anybody else? How are you helping this out, and what are you doing?
Can I cast light on a rock and whip it away from us into the woods?
Your signature move.
Whip it!
Signature move. Okay, give me a general dexterity check.
This is gonna go well, guys. I've been doing so
You're gonna
well.
drop it right on yourself.
I am.
Remember, this is an ability score, or an ability check, so you have this.
Oh god, it's a 3 again. God fucking damn it, a 3 and an 18 again. It's a 6.
6, okay.
Nick, if possible, I don't know if you know how to do it. Can you change the server region? Because I am having terrible connection issues.
Server region.
What region are we?
Maybe?
Never remember. I would remember how to do it if I was in one of my servers. Hold on.
Edit channel?
I'm gonna hop into one of my servers and check real quick.
The world may never know.
He's not coming back.
He's not coming back.
He's scared.
They got him.
Oh shit.
Craig got him.
Oh god.
Damn.
He got me too briefly.
Aw.
Craig is not your problem.
Oh, server settings. US South. Okay.
You found them.
US
I
East.
cannot remember how to do it. There we go. Okay, good. You found it.
Oh, God.
Oh god. It's
You back.
horrifying.
Thanks, I hate it.
All right. Continue.
Okay. So, as Brun launches a rock, who else is helping out and how?
I'm sorry. So there was like a noise. Is that what the issue was?
There's a
There
rustling.
appeared to be something in the distance approaching you guys. You're trying to avoid encountering it.
Okay.
And surprisingly, me whipping a rock didn't work. Surprising us all.
Well, we don't know yet.
Oh, let me tell you.
We're gonna see who else does what.
Help me, guys.
Do you want to go first, Jack? Do you have anything?
I
have
don't
something.
think I do. Yeah, if you have something, go ahead.
Well, I
Sacrifice your owl.
No.
Have her
What
grab the
Five
rock.
Familiars for.
I kind of do want to see what it is. Maybe we
Take
do
my
it.
rock into the distance.
Yeah, no, I guess that's what freaking familiars are for. I am going to... No, but then I can't see anything. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to go up to Zeph and, help him with his armor and try to make it rattle less.
Okay, I want you to make a stealth check.
Stealth check. Okay, I'm good at these. Not. Oh, I apparently am good at these. 19 plus... What is my stealth? I think it's just 1 or something. It's a +2. So, 21.
Okay. Yeah, you begin to start grabbing fern fronds and stuffing them in his place. You start patting his armor, kind of helping you guys move a little quieter. Jack, you're the only person left. What do you do to
Okay.
help out?
Taking a page from Brun's book here, and I guess
Yeah, whip it.
I'm gonna take out the jar of clear honey that I bought, and I'm gonna throw that into the forest. Hopefully, the sweet scent will attract it away.
Okay. Make a... Give me an animal handling check.
Hey,
Joke's on you, it's a bandit.
A bandit who loves honey.
Winnie the Pooh comes out of nowhere.
That would be
dirty
terrifying.
20.
A dirty 20. Okay.
I have rolled all 16s and 18s today. I am happy.
Wow.
Okay.
Fuck
okay.
you.
You whip out the clear honey jar and pause for a minute, realizing throwing a shard of glass jar may not help in placating it. So you begin just gently smearing honey on random pieces of foliage and pieces of bark as you guys move along, eventually emptying out a large majority of it into what looks to be some kind of fern, some kind of frond. And I want you to remove that from your inventory.
Mm-hmm.
You guys continue wandering through the sound approaching you guys rapidly, getting closer and closer, louder and louder. But eventually, after about 30 minutes, the sound begins to recede. Whatever it was... oh! No. Oh, no. Okay, so you didn't send out the bird. Okay.
I did.
Whatever... That's okay.
Silencio, can you carry me? I want to go back and see what it is.
Just stay on the horse.
You want me to carry you?
Oh, yeah, never mind.
I think?
We're not... Oh, no, we are walking.
Oh shit, yeah.
Well, I just don't want to walk into a tree. I just want to see what it is, unless you guys don't think that's important.
Why don't we just pause for a second?
We can do that, unless you don't... Okay, we can do that.
How will you see what it is?
I look from my bird's eyes. I don't have to go back, I just send my bird back.
And the bird will not come back?
No, she comes back when I tell her to come back. We have a special
So-
bond.
It can be tracked back to us?
Yes.
This is perhaps what I was trying to avoid.
No, I
You've
thought
got a
you
point.
meant... No. Ugh. She can get her way back to us. I can just make her disappear and come back to me like I did earlier.
If only Silencio could make a skeptical face.
I mean, if you guys don't want me to, I'm just really curious. What
I
is
can
it?
do it.
You want me to? I will. Just, I want it to be good with everybody.
Do it.
And
So
Brun,
you
weren't you
will-
taught better than to talk bad about the dwarvish god Heck? Thank you.
Actually, no.
Oh shit. Silencio will pick Senya up with one hand, since he's still leading the horse with the other, and continue traveling us forward.
Okay.
I pick up Alkie and I throw her, and then I go into her eye.
As it goes flying off through the copse of the woods, make a perception check for me.
Going to be a 1. It's a 17, so now dirty 20.
Dirty 20, nice. Okay. Alkie goes flying through the copse of the trees into the woods. It's going to take probably about 2 minutes or so to encounter whatever was making the noise. While that's happening, what are the rest of y'all doing?
Just closing my eyes and leaning up against my horse.
Drawing on Zenya's face. I'm not actually.
Or are
doing
we not
that, but-
continuing
I
to
can
move forward?
still feel it.
I'm not actually
Yeah,
doing that.
I guess we're still moving. I got
Okay.
confused.
Okay.
Brun, would you like me to carry you as well?
No, that's okay.
All right. You guys continue moving on through the trees in the forest. As you do, Alkie, you go flapping through, dodging tree trunks left and right. Eventually you see a massive, dark shape kind of huddled down in between the trees and the branches. Absolutely unmistakable. You can't miss it. A large, almost cow-like head turns, the horns scraping along tree branches, bringing branches falling down as it turns. It carefully and slowly grazes, ripping up entire fronds of fern, tearing off branches with its powerful jaws. As a beostock, one of the largest you've ever seen, Xenia, is gathering pieces of bark and tree, stripping it of the leaves and just chewing it slowly, gently. It turns its head towards the owl, chewing carefully, sniffs up into the air. What is Alkie doing?
Nothing. Now that she has seen what I assume was the creature, I will just snap her back and then pat Silencio on the shoulder and say, "You can put me down now."
I do.
It was just
So-
it was really, really big, but it was a big stock. Like a really big one. I've never seen one that big.
Okay, so it's good that we didn't encounter it, I guess, then?
I mean, if we had started with it, it might have charged us. So probably, yeah.
How many of us know what these things look like?
I want Silencio, Zephyr, and Brun make nature checks.
14.
9.
Also 14.
14, 9, and 14. I would say that was enough for you guys to encounter one or two. They're a pretty common animal throughout the forest here. Initially brought to this little island of the river as livestock, a way to feed the community. They've kind of taken over the woods. Very, very prevalent. Pretty easy to spot on account of them being so freaking huge and so slow. Give me just a moment here. I would say you guys...
Cow
yeah.
pictures.
Cow pictures.
She's gonna be awful forever.
That is what they look like.
I love him!
Oh, wow. I tried to Google
Yeah.
it and I didn't see them before.
I
It
wanna
would have
kiss
killed
his
you.
nose. I wanna smooch his face.
They're peaceful unless you, like, aggravate them, right? Generally?
Largely, yeah. I mean, the ones that you guys raise as livestock within the city are about as docile as cows. The ones in the wild, Xenia, you probably would have been warned. They're probably more akin to like wild boar or feral hogs. For anybody that know what those are in real life, you know, they're pretty bad.
Yeah, it was really good we didn't run into him. He looked like he could totally impale all of us at once. Like a horn for each of us.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
There is a reason I avoid things in the forest.
Because you don't want to get impaled.
This is correct.
Well, we avoided it this time. And do they travel in herds? Do we know that? Like cows?
You know, you're honestly not certain about their travel habits.
Well.
About 30 to 50 wild bear stock.
All as big as that one.
You just get trampled.
Yeah. Led by an ancient red dragon.
Oh.
And that's the least intimidating thing.
Yeah.
The nicest
So-
thing.
So those things are not good to run into. I mean, I've only seen a few. Are they generally something to avoid?
Well, the ones back at the village, they were pretty nice. You could go up and like pet them and scratch their horns and ears and stuff. They didn't really necessarily like it, but they wouldn't hurt you unless you really scared them. But these ones out here, they're a little bit more aggressive. So
Could they
it's
take
best
out a
to
whole
just-
encampment?
There were a lot of them, and I don't think that's kind of their thing to just go attack a specific camp unless the bandits were aggravating them. But
You said it was the largest you have ever seen?
it was pretty heckin' big, to
Then
quote Brun.
we might be going in the right direction.
True. Maybe it has a mother who's even bigger.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's what
we-
I meant.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't put that kind of stuff into the universe, you know? Just Just an idea.
I have an active imagination.
3-story base stock coming our way.
Kaiju base stock.
Dynamaxed.
But once I do not hear the rustling anymore, I'll try to recorrect course and head back north, or strictly north instead of around.
All right. It takes you probably about another 15-20 minutes to recorrect course, get your orient. Give me a survival check again.
Alright. 21.
21. Okay. Yeah, you find your bearings pretty easily. Continue moving on through the copse of the trees. It's probably close to 4 or 3 in the afternoon or so by this point. You guys come across what appears to be a rather large incline, moving slowly upwards, the trees kind of guiding you. As you reach the crest of the hill, you notice what appears to be almost a kind of a caldera, this cliff face, very sheer, heading straight down, probably about 80, 90 feet or so. And inside, perception checks, guys.
Eight.
17.
17.
Steve is dead.
I was gonna say, they gone.
Oh shit, I must have been muted. I got a 10.
A 10? 8,
Yeah.
17, 10. Brun? Or, Xenia?
I got 10 too.
10? Okay. Oddly enough, Brun, you're the only... And that was with disadvantage?
13 and a 19, baby.
Nice. Okay. Brun, you're the only one that sees through the dense trees, going beneath you guys. You see what appears to be a small amount of smoke from a dying campfire, and maybe what look like a couple of cloth tents kind of packed up. It's a little hard to see, but you can gather almost that much.
That's why she saw it. She's so fucking desperate for bed.
Come on, it's only exhaustion 1. You got 4 more exhaustions.
I need my 10 hours of beauty sleep.
What time of the day is it now?
It's probably close to 3 or 4 p.m.
Is there any way to safely travel down this cliff face? Does it taper down somewhere?
Probably about, I would call it 2,500 feet, 250 feet, over toward the eastern side, around the caldera. There looks to be some kind of slope downward. It looks like the only easy point of access for this place.
I mean, we could make camp and keep an eye on them, or we could go say hello.
I mean, this is probably the bandit camp, right? Or is this something different?
Mm. Does it look all beat up and torn up and shit?
Honestly, you were not able to tell from how high and how far away you guys were.
Okay.
I mean, I could go send my bird to look. She's good at looking.
Whip it.
Whip it. I put her up on my arm, and then I whip my arm around and toss her.
Okay.
And break your tiny arm.
Throw the
Shot
owl
put.
forward. Shot
She
putting
likes it. She likes it.
There's a moderate acceptance of it, sure.
She goes
Make a
real
perception
fast.
check.
Perception. Oh, that's even worse than me. That's an 8.
An 8.
But she's gonna fly up real close.
Real close. Okay, make a
Like
stealth
maybe
check.
30 feet away. Okay, stealth. That's better. But it's only a plus. Well, her stuff is better than mine, so that's a 15.
A 15. Okay. You see through Alkie's eyes as she goes diving down amongst the rubble and the cliff face, darting in and out of the trees, back and forth. You see a blur of movement, and just before you can see whatever lies ahead in the encampment, darkness.
No!
Would somebody put one death for Alkie in
Oh shit, we're gonna have to add another
That
column.
is a good point. Yeah, hold on.
Zenny is in
Just make
fucking
her own
shock.
little
I'm gonna have to add a new pie chart, and right now it's just one pie.
Confused down a little bit.
Now,
Something
I will
ate
say,
her.
you guys do hear a massive rustle, and several birds go flying out from the trees.
Something ate my bird.
What?
I
What
don't
ate your
know. She's just gone.
This is nature.
She's so expensive to bring back.
What exactly did you see?
Silencio will hand you his gold pouch.
No. It's fine. I have your other 10 gold.
How much do you need?
10. It's not so much. I have to buy specific ingredients and then do a whole ritual thing, and then it just takes a lot of time.
Can you do that before we go to sleep?
What, so I can send her down there to get eaten again?
No, but then you won't be sad.
Yes. I don't know, Nick. Do I have another set of ingredients, or was that something I should have had to buy?
You probably would have had to buy another set of
Yeah,
ingredients.
no, I don't have
Sorry.
another one. She's gone.
Okay, well, it's just for a couple of days so we can get her on the way back.
My best
Can-
friend.
Everyone be returned this way?
No, just her. She's special.
You
Only
can get a
chickens.
new one when we get home.
No, we have owls at home. You're not getting McDonald's.
The owl we have at home.
What do we do? There's something down there that's really dangerous. It
I
ate
mean,
my
do you-
owl in like one bite. I didn't even see what it was.
Do you want revenge, or...
Yes, I want revenge. What kind of question is even that?
So, are we really about to go down there and try to kill this thing just because it
Gods,
killed
no.
the grumpy owl?
Maybe in the morning.
I mean, you guys were the ones who thought something might be here for the Laura artifact.
What?
What? Didn't
Sorry,
Brun
out of
say something like
context,
that?
you were the one that pushed us coming here.
No, I didn't.
Actually, that was me.
Yeah,
Was
that was
it?
her.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess Brittany sounds like she's dying too.
And I was right. Big fucking animals, giant things eating owls. Sounds like overgrowth to me, bitches.
Are there a lot of extra trees around here? Does it seem overgrown?
I would say you guys could see enough. It definitely looks healthier, but not overgrown by any means.
Well, we're getting there. Fuck you, Steve.
Yeah, nice
Def-
try.
It definitely looks healthier, though. This is a much better, much richer forest than around Oakhart.
I don't know. It'd probably eat us too. It was like one bite, and I'm also pretty tiny.
Would you
Well,
like
I mean,
me to
how-
go in and check?
No, don't do that. I don't want you to get eaten too. I can't bring you back.
So, what do you want revenge, but you don't want us to go in
I'm just
and fight
emotional
it?
right now, okay, Zephyr?
What's
How squishy is how was your owl friend?
Well, I don't know. She's pretty tough. She fights cats all the time, but when you get eaten in like one bite,
I mean,
Let's
like,
see.
should we be worried for like Like, could it potentially eat one of us in one bite, most likely? Or you think that it was just kind of
On
like...
a scale of us to chicken, where does your owl fall?
Did I get a sense of how quickly my bird was eaten?
How, I mean, you get the sense that it was snuck up on, definitely. It seemed to die instantly. Like
Wasn't
there
a
was
painful death.
there was a flash or like a very obvious movement and then just gone.
I don't know. It happened really, really quickly, and she died instantly.
Well, why don't
I
we
can go
make-
investigate.
No, don't go investigate. I don't want you to die either.
I cannot be killed.
I can
Definitely
become
can be killed.
a small creature.
My bird was pretty small.
Hold on,
You know what
wait,
happened to
hold
her.
on. Wait, back up. You can become a creature.
Yes.
Why are we just now finding this out?
I offered to become horse. All you said was no.
I figured that you didn't quite understand what that meant. Like you just wanted us to like ride you or something. I don't know.
I am not stupid.
Yes, he's
Wow,
very
Zeph.
smart.
I'm just at a loss. I had no idea that. Okay, well,
This is why I do all the talking.
What kind
I
of
love.
creatures can you
We're all
become?
hanging out with this air genasi who just can't deal with a party member is, and I love that. Who did we lose?
rhythm.
Rhythm.
Okay.
Bad bot.
I was gonna say, what the hell?
But Silencio would not have said, "I am not stupid." That was all Steve.
Okay.
I maintain my wow, Zeph.
Well, what kind of creatures can you become, Silencio?
I do not know the names of them.
Can you become a small, tiny owl?
I cannot.
You cannot.
Maybe
Like you
this is-
could become a horse?
I can become smaller than that.
Hmm.
But then what if you get caught too?
With hell of many legs.
You're talking about a spider.
No, thank you.
Can you?
Maybe.
Tiny little spindly thing with 8 legs.
Yeah, does it?
I
make
would
legs?
have more legs than that.
more legs.
No, thank you.
Can you like draw it in the dirt? Can you put artist?
I can certainly try.
Do it in paint.
I'm not doing it in paint.
I'm opening Photoshop right now. Please describe in detail the drawing that he makes.
Let's see.
I swear to God, if it's a fucking centipede, I will kill you.
It might be more. It could be a millipede.
He will draw a stick with lots of smaller sticks coming from either side.
Oh God, Steve!
And this is very, very small. It's a bug. You're drawing a bug.
No, thank you.
It is a bug.
A bug, probably. I'm assuming. Can you just show us before you go?
Silencio becomes a giant centipede.
Brun takes like 20 steps back.
How big is a giant centipede?
It's a small beast,
But it's
so
still
the
like
same size as like a rat.
Oh God!
She
Yeah.
has her sword out.
Yeah. Sure enough, you see Silencio just as 100 tiny spindly legs emerge from their form. A large for the size of a centipede, but not enormous in your guys' scope,
Oh my God.
appears down on the ground. Small flecks on its carapace, almost looking like the same petrified wood that Silencio is made out of.
Xenia, like, drops to her knees in front of this, like, how did you do that? How long can
Bren
you
is
stay like that?
casually losing her shit, like, behind her.
She's, like, poking at it.
Oh, God!
Does he react? Can you talk like this?
He will certainly avoid the pokes if he can.
I'll leave that up to you.
And he can chitter, I guess.
That's worse.
Well, I don't know. You're not that much smaller than my bird. I would be nervous to let you go.
In fairness,
What
he
do
has
you
twice
think?
as much health as your bird.
Oh, no. She's strong. What do you guys think?
Well, Silencio will sit there as a centipede with
No.
no ability to contribute to this conversation.
No.
I mean, if the thing ate a bird, what's really to stop it from eating that, you know?
Why don't we just camp, keep an eye out on it, and try this again in the morning?
Thanks for letting me waste a wild shape, guys.
I've been saying that the whole fucking time.
You should have been a better artist.
Okay, well...
Yeah, we were just asking questions. We don't know you can only do it once.
It's gonna bite you, be careful.
So
tried touching the
Silencio will stay a centipede for the duration of his wild shape.
What is your vision on this centipede?
You don't know.
Do you have eyes?
Sight.
Does he have eyes? Is this a house centipede that we're talking about? Because if it is, fuck you. What else do I need to know?
Probably a pretty spindly... I don't know. Why don't you describe it, Silencio?
Kayla's gonna break up with me.
Yeah. I've seen horrors.
I mean, giant centipedes exist in real life. I will not
The
share
size
it
of
with
rats?
in group, but
Are you a crunchy one or a house centipede?
a crunchy one.
Blech. Okay, that's
Ooh.
better.
Ooh,
Oh
fuck.
my god, they do exist.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my god. That
Shit.
should not be legal.
Actually, it's kind of cute. I don't want it anywhere near me, but like from a distance, I could DM one of those.
That is
Yeah.
much better than the alternative.
Except for the one eating the mouse. I didn't need that picture in my life.
Nope.
I feel like it's cute until you see it move.
Yeah, I don't think it's cute at all. So
Yeah.
I think it's cool looking, but as soon as that thing starts moving, I'm like, nope, that's it.
Like,
oh yeah,
Uninstalling
oh yeah.
Chrome.
I would find every boot in my house and murder it.
Sure.
I would just move out. That's it.
I
Uh-huh,
don't
you
care
burn
if
down
it's
the
the
house.
last
It's the
one.
centipede's house now.
Yeah, that's it.
Gonna take over the mortgage.
But so I guess if you try to pet it, I'll probably try to curl up on your arm.
Oh.
Brun gets on her horse.
Zen gets really into it.
Zephyr casts levitate to keep Brun away from it.
Okay. So are you?
Take the horse.
Just levitate the horse with you sitting on it.
Yeah.
So are you guys resting for the day? It's only about 5.
After the horrors that she's just seen, Brun is done.
I think it's best if we do try to, stay here.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess we'll figure out watches, but how far away roughly was this the camp thing from us, would you say?
So it's about 80 to 90 feet down, and then I'm going to measure here. 80 to 90 feet down, and then 60 to 90 feet away from you.
He's got a battle map for it, guys.
You bet.
Good boy.
So is it trees? Excuse me. Is it trees up until the edge? Or is it kind of like a clearing towards the edge?
So near the edge, there are less trees. as you go closer and closer into the center of this caldera, it's almost like almost stadium-like. It becomes denser. You know what? Let me just show you.
Okay, you Americans and your stadiums.
I know.
You Canadians and your hockey rinks.
Okay, I heard what Toronto sounded like when the Raptors won, so shut the fuck up.
That was depressing.
Alrighty.
Okay. Oh, and we're there. Okay. So we can move further back into the trees and kind of be obscured. Because we probably shouldn't camp right on the fucking edge.
I'm disappointed that I'm not a centipede, Nick.
So if you see here, I just moved to
Oh,
there it is.
I am no longer disappointed.
I should say, you guys are probably... You're closer to the edge for the purpose of showing y'all on the map, but you could easily get, away from the edge without a problem.
I didn't realize we were that close, so so we're not doing the creepy crawly centipede idea thing, correct?
Not till we're all feeling better.
I don't want to send Silencio to his
Okay.
death, but I want to send the centipede to its death, so...
As soon as you guys say no, Silencio will revert form.
Okay, on top of me?
No.
Okay.
Yes, Crusher.
Crunch. New character. Yeah,
I am covered in red sticky.
Fall off of you. This is what happens when you are drained of blood. And become Silencio again.
Okay.
So I guess we should.
That shape is good at climbing.
Is it comfortable to be in? Do you like it?
Can you defend yourself?
Not very well, but then I just become Silencio.
Can you see okay? Like that?
It can feel things that are close to it within a certain amount of space.
So it wouldn't really give us much good information until it was too late.
I guess I don't know what they intended with this stat block, because they don't tell you when a creature just has regular sight. So does blind sight mean I'm only blind, or do I have that in addition to a regular sight?
Does it have tremor sense or blind sense?
Blind sight.
As blind sight. So,
I'm pretty sure it's usually just that, but I could be wrong.
For creatures like I'm pretty sure they're correct in that it has, normal sight. But for creatures like a centipede, I would say only the blind sight. But,
Would you be able to tell what it was when you were close enough to it? Would your bat sonar go off and give you, the shape of a thing?
They have a hard definition for what blind sight is. So,
Okay, well, I looked up if actual centipedes have eyesight, and they have very poor eyesight, but track their prey through use of touch and smell. So probably just blind sight?
I would say just blind sight then, yeah.
mostly it was to see if there were, multiple things down there.
Yeah, you can still get a lot of info out of blind sight, but
Yeah.
Zephyr is a little,
Yeah, that's fair. You all just saw a giant centipede for the first time. Literally, all of you just saw a giant centipede for the first time.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I guess let's just
Make
spend the
camp.
night. Yeah, make camp, and hopefully we won't be dealing with this. Does anybody have any abilities to make it harder to find us?
Harder to find us? No. But I can see if this is a good idea or a terrible idea.
What?
I can... Yes.
Fucking divination wizard this way.
Mm-hmm.
Please explain.
Okay, well, I can use my bones and try to figure out if going down into that area is good or bad.
Your
For
bones?
us. My bones, yes. I should
Like-
have a pouch on her.
Brun's just gonna sit down cross-legged and wait for this to happen.
Well, it's going to take me some time.
She sits.
I think
Okay.
I'm familiar with this sort of ritual you're doing, but I know it. You talk to the gods. Who do you talk to?
No one really. I just kind of ask fate to guide me.
Okay, interesting. I'm also going to sit down by Brun and just watch.
Okay.
A bunch of
Feeling
kindergartners.
extremely intimidating now.
Okay.
Brun takes out her journal and starts noting down what Zenya's doing.
All right. I take it you're casting Augury.
Yes, she is going to first reach into her bag and pull out a small lead box, pull out her diadem, and put it on. And then she's going to open her pouch and basically spill out the bones in front of her and cast Augury.
Awesome. It dawns on you guys for the first time as you see Xenia take out the no, not the diadem. You're wearing the locket, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the diadem you're taking out. Gotcha.
Yes.
You want to describe the diadem?
Yeah, I think most of you have seen a picture of it at this point, but it's just gold, kind of simple. It leads to the center of her forehead and kind of dips down or has a small gem in front of it. And it's pretty simple. She hasn't worn it yet, though, so far.
Okay. Well, so as you begin casting Augury, are you casting it as a ritual or just casting?
I'm going to cast as a ritual
Okay.
over the next, I think, 10 minutes is what it takes.
11 minutes, because
11
casting
minutes.
time plus 10.
Gotcha.
So what are you asking? What is the specific course of action?
I am going to ask... Basically, it's going to determine how a specific course of action you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. So, well, I guess I'll just focus on us staying at camp here, and if it's a good idea to stay this close, or if we need to move further away, and just focus on the idea of us setting up camp in this specific area.
Okay, so the specific course of action, you are trying to get a sense of how setting up camp will go?
Yes.
Okay. You sit down in the grass in front of you, feeling the breeze from the elevation you guys are sitting at. You're looking over the caldera down below, the wind blowing through the tree tops, feeling it brush against your face, and the other three of you see the diadem flash with a yellowish glow. As Xenia gathers up the bones in her hands, kind of carefully, contemplatively looking over each of them, you see her hold them cupped in her hand, whispering into them, and tossing them onto the ground. They clatter about, knocking against each other, laying around in the center of the area that Xenia had laid out. The ones that almost seemed to tip over beyond the circle she had traced in the grass, seeming to be rebounded back into the center of it. Xenia, you take a look through the bones and gather nothing in particular.
Well, she will slowly start to pick them up, not really looking up, will say, well, I think at least for the meantime, it will be safe for us to set up camp here. If he wants a specific reading on how things will go down in the cliff tomorrow, I'll need to be a little closer to the time period we plan to do it. You can only look so far.
So nothing good, nothing bad, essentially?
Essentially, I think we will just be unnoticed, is my impression, but nothing bad will happen, and nothing good either.
Okay, I guess that's the favored result here then.
Yeah.
Okay, well, set up camp then.
Are your bones always so big?
Yes, it's quite annoying, actually. A lot of the times I say both good and bad, and then it's just like, just pick a side, you know?
Nope.
You've never done anything like that before? You're a magic caster.
I've never read bones, no. I've never tried to tell the future from anything. I can't do that.
What are things you can do besides making giant books to slam people with?
That's kind of it.
No, you also did that cool light thingy, where you, like, almost blew up the lumberjack machine.
Sometimes that happens when I get really mad.
So you don't have much control over it, is what you're saying.
I mean, I've practiced some, but it's a hard thing to practice if you don't. My mom was magic, so I tried to learn what I could from her, but...
What kind of magic was she?
Seems a bit like him, actually. And she points at Silencio.
So you could turn into animals?
I never saw that. That's weird.
She was made of wood?
Nope, also not that.
So how is she like
In
Silencio?
what way am I like your mother?
She was just good in nature. The horses always listened to her. The chickens never misbehaved. Our garden was always really big.
And you don't have this connection to nature?
Oh, I'm terrible at plants.
But good with horse.
Yes, that's true.
That's just practice. Nothing magic about that.
What about your father? Is he
Nope.
magic?
Nope. He's just a good businessman. Which I guess is pretty magical sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, math is hard.
Can't say I'm very good at it.
What is math?
You don't want to know, Silencio.
What isn't math, you know?
No.
It's kind of like you must have to measure your ingredients, right? When you make your potions?
Yes,
That's a kind of math.
I see.
Speaking of which, did you want to make a potion tonight? Seems like a little bit of time.
What would you like to make?
Last time we spoke, you said you wanted to make a healing potion, but I'd have to check my kit to make sure we had all the ingredients.
What do you need?
Well, let's see. And she takes out her herbalism kit to see what she got.
Okay. So when it comes to the alchemy kit the herbalism kit.
Well, herbalism said it had some ingredients in it. I'm assuming that with Shona just gave me the brewing supplies,
Correct.
not any ingredients.
Yeah, a lot of the ingredients you have could make salves, various ointments. If you're looking for anything substantial, you would probably have to go back out adventuring, or at least kind of trying to gather.
Okay. Well, how much time do we have before it gets dark?
It's only about 5, so you've got at least a good, it being autumn, you've got at least a good hour and a half, 2 hours.
Well, I don't got so much Silencio, so we're going to have to find some stuff and see what we can make. Sound good to you?
Do you need more friend moss?
Possibly, it depends. We're really just going to have to look and see what kind of ingredients we find and then decide what we can make.
Okay.
Okay, so the two of you are going out again?
Yeah.
All right. Zephyr and Brun, are you two setting up camp?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, Silencio and Xenia, while you two are looking, you can make either nature or survival checks.
Ooh, survival for me.
I'll make the
Survival?
nature.
Okay, I want both of you guys to make those. Zephyr and Brun, how are you guys setting up camp? Are you going with a fire, without? Are you using tents? Are you trying to camouflage? Walk me through it.
I think no. I mean, I guess we're discussing about it, but I think no fire and attempting to hide our stuff as best as possible. But odds are, this feral creature is probably going to sniff us out before it sees us.
Okay.
You agree, Brun?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Well, any ideas on how you're going to hide your presence here?
Well, there's lots of brush and undergrowth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Start piling it up to hide tents.
Okay. So I want
Rocks.
the both of you guys to make one of you make a survival check, the other make either a nature or a stealth check.
Your choice, Jack. I'm not good at anything right now.
Okay. I don't know. Are you good? Are you decent at stealth at all?
+3.
It's better than my +2, and I would have disadvantage. So. why
So
don't you
do
take
I.
stealth? Oh, that's true, actually. Yeah. Shit. I will take the what was it?
I can do survival. I have a +4.
Okay. And the other one was what? Stealth or
Stealth or nature.
stealth or nature? Okay.
9.
I will go with the stealth. Question: would I be able to doff my armor before we set up the stuff? So
Absolutely.
I don't have to
Absolutely.
So straight roll. 17
Okay.
for stealth.
Okay. We'll get to you two in a minute. Xenia and Silencio, what were your results?
15.
15.
14.
15 and 14. Okay. Well, back to our random tables here.
And if it matters at all, Silencio's focus is going to be a little split, because he's going to try to grab some things needed for his cargo as well.
Okay. Then give me another check. How long are you guys taking? You taking the full 2 hours?
Silencio will defer to you.
Sure, let's just spend all that time gathering stuff. And
Okay.
maybe we can do the potion.
So the second one is a 15.
Second one is a 15. Okay, and how about you, Xenia?
I will make another nature check. That is better. That's an 18.
Okay, very nice, guys. So, let me type out these results here. You guys managed to find... what are your intelligence scores, Silencio?
My score is 11. So,
So
plus
what's
0.
the modifier? +0? Okay.
Yeah.
Mine is a +3.
We're going to say you get enough for your cargo, Silencio.
Cool.
You also find 3 Olina petals.
Cool.
And your intelligence score is +3, Xenia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You managed to find what looks to be 3 3 kasuni fruit. And let's see, 6 Drohos ivy. So, going back to Silencio, if you recall, the Olina petals can occasionally be used if combined with with various alchemical substances can be made into a very almost freezing cold explosion. It's also been known to make your eyesight a little more keen, or to, when applied to a poison, slow down somebody's reflexes. Xenia, you know that the Drohos ivy can usually quicken the pace of kind of necrotic magics. It can quicken the pace of the breaking down of things, the rotting away, particularly when applied in a poison. However, when made into a potion, it can also kind of strengthen your reflexes, make your body a little more limber. The kasumi fruit, the most important part of it is actually the juice. When brewed into poisons, it reduces their judgment a little, makes them a little weaker when it comes to their wisdom, if you're talking metagame. You also know this actually from your time studying at the university. Your mentor there taught you that kasumi juice can also be used to kind of fortify and strengthen your mind, your intellect.
What I have noticed, Silencio gathering whatever his mysterious stuff is, would he have stepped away for that?
Make a perception check. Silencio, are you trying to conceal this?
Silent.
Oh, sorry, muted. I mean, he hasn't told Xenia what he's gathering it for, so he's no need to hide it.
Okay.
I didn't know if it was something weird or not.
Okay, so what was your perception check?
The 17.
17. You notice he gathers some detritus, pieces of bark lying around, occasionally newly fallen branches, leaves, things like that. Nothing terribly out of the ordinary.
But nothing that would normally be used for a potion that I would know of?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, she would bring the stuff that she found and go up and ask, what did you get?
I have found these Olina petals. You tell me they are called?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I found some. Oh, we found some yesterday. Actually, I meant to give you 2 of these that we found yesterday. And she reaches into her pouch and passes them over.
Silencio won't take them.
Why not? You found them too.
It was to help you.
Yes, but you're going to need to start to build up your own supply. Otherwise, you won't be able to make anything down the road.
Now I have 3.
But, well, based off what we found, there's something that comes to mind that I could show him how to make. Or are we still lacking some ingredients?
No, you have a large portion of ingredients. I would say it might be a little difficult, and it would be very time consuming to try and make something. Any of these substances, even between the 2 of you, you're probably looking at 4 hours of work.
Well, it's kind of starting to get dark, but we got a lot of stuff. So maybe tomorrow we can sit down and, instead of gathering herbs, we can make something.
Yes, that works.
You probably won't need any of that bark, the sticks, though.
This is for the fungus that I carry, and Silencio will show again the little like moss and stuff that grows between his plates and things.
Okay.
Oh, how do you feed it? Moss?
I leave it on me, and it breaks down, and they eat from it.
So you do eat?
I do not eat.
Well, yes. Just the mushrooms all eat.
The mushrooms eat, yes.
Okay. Well, we should probably get back and make sure they're not dead. They can only look like 13 in the future, so...
Oh, I wish Silencio had laughed. Okay.
Okay. So as you guys begin making your way back, heading to Brun and Zephyr, as you guys are slowly gathering all the supplies, being very careful to look after each other, try to make as little noise as possible. You said you were not using a fire, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. You guys try your best to insulate your shelter from the wind. Doing a pretty good job. It's not necessarily camouflaged, but it looks a lot more natural. You tried to make your tents and various camping needs, leaning them against brushes or against trees and out of the plain eyesight from below the clearing. You guys do a pretty decent job, I would say.
Not bad for a city kid, huh?
Sure, yeah, whatever, helps you sleep.
You're so terrible at handing out compliments.
I mean, I don't know how to respond to that, so...
All right. So, as you guys finish setting up, Silencio and Xenia make their way to you guys.
Look what we found. And she will show off the 3 fruits of the ivy branches that she gathered.
Is that dinner?
No. I was going to show Silencio. We can make a bunch of different kinds of potions. Maybe not tonight, it would take a while and we need to rest, but then it's going to get dark soon too. But tomorrow, if we live, we can make them into all sorts of things that could maybe help us, or I could bring back to Shona so she won't fire me.
If we live. Very positive. I like it.
Uh-huh. You guys did a good job setting up.
See, Zeph? That's how you do it.
I'm just yanking your chain, jeez.
Mm-hmm. He's stingy.
You have chain?
You did a good job at setting it up, Brun. Good job. Clap, clap.
And that's Silencio's sarcasm.
I see.
Anyways, yes.
The glare
I'm
back
going
and
to
forth
go-
that you could feel.
Mourn my bird that died.
Do you need help?
No, I'm just going to lay sadly in my sleeping bag.
Do you want to be alone?
No.
Okay. Brun will go keep her company, I guess.
She briefly got distracted collecting herbs and talking about magic, and now she's all depressed again.
When things die, they feed the living.
No, she probably didn't feed him. She's just into magic. So she just died.
I do not understand.
She's a magic bird. She's not blood and flesh like us, or tree and rock like you. She's made up of the weave.
I do not understand.
It's
Honestly,
the weave.
I don't really understand it either, so just,
It's like the magic that surrounds us. You know how, like, you can connect to the trees and the nature and the earth? I connect to the essence of magic around us, and I use that to make my spells. You can't see it, but you can feel it.
I understand.
Exactly. And then she gets depressed again.
I think what you need is a distraction. And Brun's
Like
gonna
what?
start rifling through her bag and pull out which one will I give you.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
she's gonna hand you a book called Trapped in Lace.
I love this one. You've read it too?
What? You've read this?
Yes, I have it back at home, actually. I didn't bring it because I've already read it like twice, but...
Well, I mean, you're free to read this copy if you don't mind all my scribblings in it.
Oh, and do you take notes?
I mean, yeah, I do. To get better. Look back,
Okay.
find broken plot points, find dialogue that's kind of crappy that I could have done better.
Are you a writer?
I wrote this.
Wait. You wrote this?
Yeah. That's my name. I'm just gonna tap the cover.
Wait. No.
Brenwyn Delacroix of the Lake Town Delacroix.
Very small text.
Oh, it's emblazoned on the front.
Then you'll look down at the book, and then
Both the inside, front, and back covers have pictures of Brenwyn.
She's also dedicated it to herself on the inside.
Oh no!
Hey, Brenwyn, keep up the good work. Love, Brun. I mean, if you've read that one, and she's gonna dump the other 3 out on the floor. I have these ones too.
The latest book is going to have a quote on the back, whatever helps you sleep at night, Zephyr.
Zen is starting to get a little red, but she's gonna reach over and pick one she doesn't recognize, and then crawl into her sleeping bag and just open it and start reading.
See, Brun, you're always obsessing over
Silently.
how good worrying about how good your books are. Clearly somebody likes them.
I mean, I just want to be better,
I guess that
Just
makes
practice. Like horseback
Very
riding.
good.
These are... they're okay.
Zen continues reading.
Yeah, Brenna's not going to sit in there while Zenny reads, so she will leave.
Okay, all right. So as you're reading your book, the rest of you gathered around the cool, crisp autumn air.
Chapter
Begins.
1, my favorite pet owl.
It's a
Dedicated
tearjerker.
to Alkie. Sorry for killing you.
Surprisingly, only one of these is about animals, and it's got horses in it. Sorry.
The crisp, cool autumn air begins engulfing you guys. Only the faintest hint of light emerging from below, and what you would guess the embers of what used to be a very healthy fire. The sounds of nighttime gathering around you, far off howls, far off grunts of Beostock. Very silent down below as you guys make your nightly rituals. Is there anything else you do before you go to bed?
But we should do watches, huh?
I will go last.
I did not sleep.
I'll go first since I'm staying up reading.
Okay.
Take second to last, I suppose.
Okay. Well, are you guys going to go to bed right away? You waiting until dark? It's still probably...
Brenna's going to sleep.
Okay.
Same as Zephyr.
Okay. So it's probably about 7:38 by the time Brun goes to sleep. You guys have, goodness, it would be around 10 hours of darkness, or so. So, first watch, I need Xenia. Make a perception check. I would say
A
So-
disadvantage?
with advantage because Silencio is technically assisting you, but with disadvantage because you are engrossed in your literary
very
hero.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So just make a flat perception check.
Oh, shit. I'm very engrossed. I think I always forget. I have a +1, so 4.
A 4. This is an excellent book. It has just that very delicate balance of smut and romance that you love.
That's me.
It's just excellent. Just as wonderful as you remember. You love going over several of the side notes in the margins over different characterizations, different directions she had considered taking the protagonist.
It's like director's commentary.
It's basically the director's commentary. You probably get halfway through the book maybe a quarter of the way through the book. You're taking apart those director's commentary notes.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, though, you realize your time is probably done. You feel the weight behind your eyelids beginning to engross around you. It's around pretty close to midnight as you get up and wake up Zephyr.
So, if I may, during that time, Silencio would have attempted to use his staff to try and harvest an alchemical substance from it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And so, while kind of like infusing that nature magic that encourages the growth, he will first ask Xenia if he could see one of the pieces of ivy that she gathered.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
And he is going to wrap it around his staff and see if he can encourage it to grow on the staff while he infuses it for collecting the friend moss that he already has on it.
Interesting. So, are you trying to collect friend moss or ivy?
Well, so I figure the ivy would be new. I already have friend moss on it. So I was trying to maybe encourage the ivy to start growing on the staff while maybe collecting friend moss, if I can only do one or the other.
Okay, so I suppose mechanically, are you trying to, I guess, teach your staff to be able to grow the ivy?
Yeah, so the idea I had in my head is that he kind of, similar to when he casts Shillelagh on the staff, he kind of maybe infuses it with his nature magic and encourages things to grow just slightly faster, and that might have the ivy latch onto it. So I guess, yeah, in a sense.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't necessarily latch onto it, but you begin to notice just the faintest hint of small shoots of what looks very similar to the ivy beginning to emerge from the gnarled knots within your staff. You get the sense that if you wanted to focus on it, you could probably readily harvest some of the ivy from it within a day or so.
Okay, cool.
In the meantime, though, for the purposes of your staff, I would say you get 1 unit of friend moss.
Cool. Alright. So I will make sure to keep track of all the different plants growing on my staff. And then, before powering down, he will provide all the detritus that he saved to his cargo, and then wrap it back up.
All right, you deposit very systematically and carefully. Xenia, you don't notice this at all. You're halfway through chapter 2 by the time this happens. All of the findings inside the little box, and very ritualistically close it and go about your day. Give me just a moment here. All right, and there are what you can do with friend moss in Roll20. So, the 2 hours go by, and Silencio then powers down. Xenia, you wake up Zephyr.
I lightly shake him on the shoulder. Is he breathing?
No, he does not appear to be breathing, but he does wake up. It's going to take a bit to get used to you.
That's the worst way to wake up.
It really is. Oh, it's awful.
Hey, have you read any of this? And she holds up the book.
I've skimmed it, but I haven't had the time to really read them fully yet.
Did you know who you are traveling?
Yeah, it's Brun Zeph. I know.
Yes, yes, but like the author, I figured it was a pretty common name.
I didn't do a lot of story reading in my life now.
Never?
Not really all that much, no. A little
Well,
bit
you
here and
should.
there.
This one is so good, and she's going to pass it over. You should read this. Just take the next hour or two to digest it all. Get some great notes.
Which book is it?
I don't know which one she picked up. I can give you a list.
One she had not read is what I said.
believe, didn't you hand her...
I gave her Trapped in Lace.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So there's How to Win a Prince, Fare Thee Well, or Hot Summer Night.
Ooh, Hot Summer Night.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Blah, 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 blah.
That's a good one.
So, Hot Summer Night.
Yes.
I'll
By-
resend you
Yeah.
the synopsis.
So much Grease soundtrack in my head right now.
Can I post the summary,
Oh,
Kayla?
man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just in huge letters on it. Just, Brunwyn Delacroix.
It's emblazoned in gold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right, yeah, okay, so I will begin reading that, I guess, over the course of my
Mm-hmm.
time.
All right. You begin reading that over the course.
Now,
As
I'm
you
only
begin
half,
laying
like,
down-
paying attention. I'm not really engulfed in it, but I don't have dark vision, so how does that affect the advantage, disadvantage?
So, you have advantage because Silencio is assisting you.
Okay.
You have disadvantage. Well, so you're probably not as how engrossed are you in it?
Very,
Like,
don't lie.
I'm trying to read enough of it so that, like, I would be able to talk to Brun about it, because, like, you know, Zephyr does give a shit, but,
Aw.
you know, I don't know,
He does love me, guys. See?
not like that into it. I don't know. If you think it would still inflict disadvantage, that's totally fine. I'm just, you know.
That's a spicy one, so...
I was gonna say it's.
Hope you took that armor off.
Ooh.
It's pretty tantalizing. I would say just roll normal. I mean, once you're reading Hot Summer Night, like you're got. I would say roll with disadvantage.
Oh,
Guys,
damn.
these descriptions
no,
took me
roll.
so fucking long to write. Oh my god.
Straight roll?
normal.
Okay.
Yeah, straight roll.
I, Kayla, do not write romance. This was hard.
13.
13. Okay. You're more attentive than the last individual watching. It's better. You kind of take a minute to look around, peer out. You do hear what appears to be some kind of scratching or some kind of almost rhythmic clicking, chirping down below. Doesn't sound necessarily agitated, though.
Okay.
Overall, 4 hours go by in your watch.
Right.
And while that's going on... Oh, was there anything you were doing in particular?
No. Go ahead.
Okay. While that's going on, Brun, you are very much asleep, very deep in your rest. But shortly afterwards, or shortly as you go to sleep, you begin to feel almost restless. Your eyes shoot open. And you are no longer in the Holt. Your eyes open and a wide open sky is lying above you. Constellations that you're not familiar with whatsoever sitting above your eyes. Yellow, bluish, greenish stars. Shapes you haven't seen before. A soft, pinkish, purplish glow is gathered around you. You notice the hue of your skin is almost changed, adjusted to this new light. Sitting up slowly, rubbing your eyes, you see what appears to be almost like looking at the night sky down below your feet. Palish yellow, dark blue, navy grasses softly touching. Beautiful light blue and purple flowers, almost poinsettia-like, are scattered throughout, and you see in this dim light what looks to be a very crystalline blue pool. Maybe 15 feet away from you, rising up through the clear, calm waters, is a gnarled, ancient-looking tree. Purple, blackish, blue. It's old and beautiful, and at the same time frightening. The yellow motes of the sky, what you thought at once were stars, turning blue and purple and red as they descend, almost like the sunlight shining through a window, the motes of dust, but glow. The flowers shift and sway through an imperceptible breeze. You notice that they're almost in this constant state of decaying, folding amongst themselves, and new sprouts growing. This place almost feels like it's breathing with you. Each breath you take, life dying. Each breath you exhale, it grows again. I'm going to switch you over to the map.
So I'm standing?
You're laying, sitting down, whatever you wish to be.
Just gonna stand up.
Okay.
And walk towards the tree, just stopping at the water's edge.
Okay. You stop at the water's edge, look down, these beautiful greenish roots slowly swaying in a current that doesn't seem perceptible to you. The waters are almost completely still.
Are there any other animals around or anything?
You can roll a perception check.
Oh my god, with the 3s today. That is again a 7.
Okay. Not that you could see. You initially wondered if perhaps these glowing motes were fireflies, but no, they appear imperceptible. You run a hand through one of them and it disappears just as quickly as it appeared.
As she gets close towards the tree, does kind of the nervousness get bigger?
It's almost in this constant state of flux, seeming to move with and against the flowers. You breathe in, some of them die. You breathe out, they come back to life. Everything here feels completely in tune with you, both the anxiety of your travels and the ease that you feel around your new companions, the fear of uncertainty in combat, and the reassurance of the warm nights lying comfortably in your tent. All of it's felt very keenly in here, almost amplified.
And she's just gonna sit down at the edge of the pond like she used to do at home. Stick her feet in the water, just kind of softly kick them.
Okay. You gently kick your feet, and as your feet touch the water, the first ripples of it actually begin to form. The roots swaying continually, constantly, rhythmically, almost hypnotizingly. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Sorry, you cut out there.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, good. I'm about to die. 10.
Okay. You feel entranced. calm. The roots begin to move up slowly, advancing towards you. They braid, gnarled, and beautiful as they form a rough bridge of sorts leading to the center of the tree, lifting your feet out of the water.
She'll stand with it and walk towards the tree.
Okay. You walk closer and closer to the center of this ancient trunk, completely and utterly calm, where moments ago you were fearful. You don't know exactly how. There was never an opening that appeared, but in the blink of an eye you are inside the trunk itself. You, in complete darkness, can feel the weight of the bark pressing against you, almost like a hug. A small, glowing white ball, almost like a piece of parchment crumpled up after you had written a particularly frustrating page that wasn't quite right, begins to illuminate in the center of the trunk, merely inches away from you. You look closer as the light as your eyes begin to adjust to the limited light. It's a chrysalis.
Is it just hovering?
It seems to just be hovering in the darkness.
Can she kind of scoop it up into her hands?
You do. You reach out, cupping it with one hand, and then the other, bringing it closer to you. What are you doing?
Just saying hello to it.
Okay. As you whisper into it hello, the chrysalis cracks, almost shedding the layers of parchment, unfolding as if you had taken the paper and were beginning to take a look at it anew. 1 wing, 2, 4, 10, 20, 30 begin emerging as a near infinite, an uncountable amount of butterflies, beautiful in shape and form, completely inconsistent. One has purple wings, the other has one blue, another orange. Species of butterfly you had never seen before begin enveloping you, engulfing you. The wings fluttering against your face gently, warmly. But it becomes too much. Eventually, your eyesight is completely obscured in just a flurry of colors and warmth, and the embrace of the butterflies carries you through as you're being gently awoken by Zephyr.
Hey, so I started that book.
What?
And,
Did you? She's gonna look past him.
The sky's dark. There's no light aside from the stars and moon above you.
Sorry, weird dream. What book?
That one that Xenia was reading. I was talking about it for a while.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm not that far into it yet, but I mean, I already knew you were pretty good at writing, and so far, yeah, that's shown true.
Nicest thing you've said to me yet.
Okay, well, didn't have to ruin it.
Let me know if you have notes.
I'm probably not the person to ask about that, but
Why not?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not one for stories.
You could be. It's easy.
I mean, you say that, but I don't know. I don't know about that. For someone who is used to it, it's easy, but
It's just practice, Zeph.
okay, I'll take your word for it.
We'll get some
Anyway,
parchment, and you'll try.
Nope. I'm not gonna be writing. It's your turn. So,
Oh. Alright, and she'll brush herself off and go sit beside Silencio.
Okay. You see as he falls face down into the scattered pillows and the cloths of his bedroll.
One day
More than
someone's
used
gonna
to it
try
by
to
now.
poison gas us when we're asleep, and you guys are gonna be so happy that I was holding my breath,
You're
okay?
all gonna regret it. Brun, I need you to make a perception check with... Are you reading your books? What are you
No.
doing? Okay.
She's just looking at the stars. And actually, she's going to ask Silencio what he knows about butterflies. If he's awake.
Silencio would be...
Powered down.
Yeah, he'd be powered down for the first half. The second half of your watch, he would probably be awake.
Okay, so when she senses him, like, booting up.
Well,
Like a-
I guess that's a good question. Because per Sentry's Rest, I can still hear and see. I don't have to move my mouth to speak, I would assume. So can I
You can
have a
just
conversation?
respond when you wake up. I just don't have to repeat myself.
I would say you would be able to understand what she's saying, but not respond until
Okay,
power up.
that is good to note.
So she would
She
ask you in the first 5 minutes, and it would be dead silent for 2 hours until out of nowhere.
I do not know what a butterfly is.
Okay, that's fair.
Brun, make a perception check with advantage.
Awesome. One of us has dark vision, guys. It me. 17, finally.
17. Very nice, very nice. Your watch goes by largely without a hitch. 3 hours into it, you begin to see just the faintest orange and purples of a sunrise quickly appearing, reminding you of the dream you had had. As you sit around in the last hour of silence, you notice with your very high perception check a beautiful purple royal monarch butterfly seems to be sitting on a pouch right next to Xenia's tent.
She was sitting, writing about her dream in her journal, and she's going to hesitantly hold out a hand to it.
You hold out a hand maybe 5-10 feet away from it. It kind of turns the one half of an almost face-like wing, moving, beckoning you forward, winking almost.
Hey, Silencio.
Yes.
This is a butterfly.
He's kind of like other thing I turned into.
Nope. Not even a little bit.
Brun, you see the wings shudder again, almost in a wink.
She'll lift it up so it's free to fly off.
Oh, it's still on the pack. It didn't come towards
Oh,
you.
okay. She'll wink back at it then.
It pauses for a moment, the wings still opening and closing, beckoning you toward it.
She's gonna look at Silencio. Like, you seeing this?
Do you say, are you saying this, or is that just what your look says?
It's
Okay.
just what my look says.
Silencio.
Good
says
luck.
that.
Alright. She's gonna get up and, like, carefully move towards it. Not with the anticipation to catch it, but just to get as close as she can.
Okay, okay. The wings slow, continually folding in on themselves for a moment as you get closer and closer.
She'll hold out a finger now that she's closer.
Okay, make a dexterity check.
Check or save?
Check.
11.
11? Okay. As you point a finger out, the butterfly shudders for a moment, lifting and flying up, landing on your finger. You notice the pack tips over in an unnatural show of strength on the butterfly's end. As the pack flies open, the pouch opening, out roll 5 or 6 bones. The bones that Xenia had used the night before. You don't know how you read it instinctually, but the second the butterfly lands on your finger, you look down at the bones and read woe. And that's where we're going to end it for tonight.